Hi, welcome to Make a Difference Monday, where we are encouraging you to make a difference in yourself, in others, and in the world. I'm Courtney Bullard. I'm the co-founder and executive director for the Pearl House. And today we are joined with Lindsey Lee, and we're going to be talking about making disciples. And I am so excited for Lindsey to join us today. She is just one of those women that you want to be around and want to just spend time with her. And I love her. I love her heart. I love her heart for the Lord. And we met from a mutual friend, Shauna Pilgreen. And so Shauna and her husband, Ben, they started Epic Church in San Francisco, and we'll hear a little bit more about that. But I'm so thankful that Lindsey and I are now friends. And Lindsey, thank you for being here. Welcome to Make a Difference Monday.
Oh, Courtney, thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be able to talk with you and just to be a part of your life and the Pearl House. Like, it's such a privilege. And so I'm so thrilled to be here. I love that we are friends who have never met in person. And so I'm still looking forward to that day. But yeah, I'm just really, really grateful for you and for the Pearl House. And so I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, well, we're thrilled that you're on here. And so I'd love for you to just take a minute and tell everyone just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Lindsey, and I do live in San Francisco, California. We've called this home for over the last 10 years. I moved here with my husband, whose name is Ben. We've been married for 15 years and have two boys, so I'm a boy mom. I've got an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and so that keeps us busy. I'm also the community pastor at Epic Church, which is in downtown San Francisco, and so it's just been one of the greatest joys and privileges of my life to be able to serve the church and to be able to do that here with such close friends. And yeah, just to experience God at work. So that's a little bit about who I am.
I love that you're a boy mom. That's so
Yeah.
great. I love it. Okay, so your role at the church, and just where God has you right now, then you were thinking about talking about discipleship, and so we're thinking about discipling others to go out into the world. Would you kind of share a little bit about what that looks like?
Yes. Well, for me, discipleship means becoming more like Jesus in his ways, his character, and his mission. And so Jesus's mission was for the whole world, for all people, for all nations. And so I think first discipleship looks like helping people understand, for all of us to grow in our understanding that God, our God, the God who loves us, is the same God who loves everyone else in the world. The same God who's at work right here in San Francisco is the same God that's at work across the world. And the grace that God has given me, that I've experienced, he also wants to extend that to everyone else. And so I think discipleship, going out into the world, looks like helping people understand that, but then also helping people understand and growing in our own understanding that the way that God wants to extend that to the world is through us. So when we follow Jesus and we become more like him, his mission for us is to bring this message of reconciliation to the entire world. And so I love, one of my favorite passages is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, where it talks about how God has reconciled us to himself, which is amazing, the best news. But then he's also given us this ministry of reconciliation, that God would make his appeal through us. So I think discipling people to go out into the world starts there and growing in our understanding of that, because I think when we recognize who God is to us, but that he is that for everyone else, and it's our mission to help people experience and understand that, I think that's where it starts.
Okay, I love that. And I feel like, you look at it, it's like he is the same God yesterday, today, and always. And it really does. It makes you, I love that you pointed that out, that he's the same God in San Francisco, in Tulsa, across the ocean. And talk about a way just of really how we were united together and sharing that. So I thank you. Thank you for all that you do. I'm so grateful. And I know everyone here is going to be so blessed by you today. Okay. So my next question for you is, so missions and, involving those that attend your church at Epic, and, you take mission trips and in projects. How do you promote discipleship through that?
I think through these mission opportunities, it promotes discipleship in several ways. I think one, you're giving people first just an opportunity to fulfill this call to go to the world. Like the opportunity itself, I think promotes discipleship because, we have the opportunity to put organization and logistics to something sometimes that like someone has a desire to do, and then we can make it really easy for people to step into. So I think the opportunity, it starts there. But then I think you're also giving people a chance to use their spiritual gifts. So God has put something in each of us, and part of discipleship and following Jesus is exercising those gifts. Part of discipleship is actually bringing out of ourselves what God has put in us, bringing out to the world what God has put in us. So God has given us talents, and he's given us gifts and passions. He's given each of us different life experiences and networks and relationships. And so I think promoting missions is helping people bring that out into the world and giving people a chance to really, exercise what God's put in them. And I think that promotes discipleship in a really big way. And then I think also it promotes discipleship by asking people to take on the character of Christ. So when you ask someone to step into missions and to step outside of themselves and to serve other people, you are asking them to live out what they've been reading in the scriptures. And so that promotes, just us being discipled into the character of God, being patient and generous and kind, gentle, slow to speak, quick to listen. And so I think anytime we encourage people and give people an opportunity to step into missions, it's just a great way to promote discipleship.
I would love to know who has been the most influential person in helping you get to where you are, and why.
Yes. Oh, I love this question. And you answered it a little bit already. So the person that connected Courtney and I originally, her name is Shauna Pilgreen. And so her husband is my pastor, also my boss at Epic Church. And so Ben and Shauna Pilgreen have been the most influential people in my life to help me get where I am today. I met them both when I was 18 years old, and I had just started following Jesus. And so for me, they were the people who helped me actually see, what does it look like to follow Jesus? They helped me understand that. They were examples in my life. They discipled me. And so, I feel like anything I can look at and see how God's worked in my life, they've played a huge role in that. And then also giving me the opportunity to do what I do. So obviously, knowing Ben and Shauna, helping me in my own personal relationship and my own faith, but then also giving me the opportunity to come here and to help be a part of starting Epic. Yeah, they've been the biggest influence.
Wow, I did not know that you knew them when you were 18.
Yes, we go way, way back.
Way back, not too far back, but
not too far back.
So, wow, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. How does getting people involved in missions, to sign up to go somewhere, how would you tell people, or just, maybe share, how does that help to grow them as a person, a believer, a parent, all the areas? What would you say to that?
Yes. When we encourage people to go on mission trips, to step out into the world, what we tell them and what we encourage them towards is like, we want you to experience God around the world and how he's at work. So for us, it's not about, we hope that we'll be helpful. Our goal is to encourage people wherever we're going, but what we want to do from the beginning is just like sometimes take away that savior complex of like, you're going to step into this so that you can go and help and save the world and do all those things. That's not what we think. And so it even starts from our approach. We tell people, hey, we're going to go and experience God at work among his people all over. And when we do that, people are transformed. People grow so much. I've grown so much. I think one, it grows our perspective of God. So I remember the first time I stepped into the world and saw God at work in different cultures and contexts and among people, it just widened my perspective of him. I read about God, love the world so much that he sent Jesus, but now I've seen the world that he loves, and it just opened up my perspective of him. I think it also grows our love for other people. Like when you have a chance to meet different people from different walks of life, different cultures, different nations, like it just grows your love for other people. And it also grows our perspective of the world at large, which then I think changes and transforms and grows our own perspective. And so how that helps us is, we have these transformative moments in life and where it causes you to live differently. So I can't help when I go and I experience God at work in someone else's life, in a different nation, in a different culture, among different people, to come back and consider what God might want to do different in my own life. And so that helps me as a parent to parent differently. It helps me to be a better friend and a better coworker and a better neighbor. Like I can travel somewhere and just sometimes it makes it easy to love someone I don't know, or who maybe I don't share some things in common with, but some things I do. Or maybe I travel and God shows me how easy it was to find something in common with someone I'd never met. And so I come back and it encourages me and gives me confidence to know my neighbor. Like I can know my neighbor better because of that. And so I think there's just so many opportunities for growth and these transformative moments that we come back and you can't help but live differently in your everyday life when God's at work.
That is so good. And I would encourage everyone that we love for you to come to the Pearl House, but wherever it is, if you've never been on a mission trip, to go. And when you have the first opportunity to do it, that it is. And I love that you're speaking into this today, Lindsey, and it's so important. And so I just want to say thank you. I would love for people to know how they can find you, find Epic Church, if you'd like to share that.
Yes. Well, personally, I'm not super active on, my own social media accounts, but you can obviously email me, lindsey@epicsf.com, but you can also find me at Epic Church SF on Instagram. We're on Facebook. And so, yeah, we'd love to be able to interact with you there. And yeah, I love what you guys are doing. And I love the Pearl House and the partnership that we've had and just what you guys have taught us about God and how this friendship and this partnership and this relationship with you and the Pearl House, even though we haven't been there yet because of our circumstances in the world, just that desire to be able to know you guys even more because of the relationship that we've built. And so we're so grateful. So thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lindsey. Thank you. And we feel the same way about Epic. We love you. We love the church. We love your people that attend the church, even though we can't be with them every Sunday or see them, but thank you for being here today. And thank you for all that are watching and been a part of Make a Difference Monday. And we encourage you to go and make a difference, and that we will see you next week.
Thank you for listening to Make a Difference Monday. If you would like to learn more about how you can make a difference, visit thepearlhouse.org.